Hey, what's up guys? Towels here with another video from Project Diablo 2 Season 11, Prosperity. We've wrapped up week 1 and I've got a lot of gear upgrades on my Blade Fury Assassin to share, along with some additional thoughts on the build and the season. But first, some highlights, slams and desecrates to share, and we'll get started with this Saracen's Chance. Been buying and slamming a bunch of these, and I hit Cannot Be Frozen on this one, so really nice roll, and I'll be using that for sure. Well, that is if it survives Lucian. And so, weirdly enough, nothing dropped on the ground on this Desecrate, which was what I was expecting to happen given last season. But funnily enough, they changed that and I didn't realize it, and so I went ahead and popped all the rest of the chests, thinking that it had just eaten the amulet, like it was a brick. Like that was the new way for it to brick this season. So, pretty disappointed as I'm going through, hoping for a low rune or a high rune to ease my pain here. But then I open up and I see that there's a desecrated amulet. Oh, but it hit Cannot Be Frozen twice. So it got CBF on CBF. The first one of these I've ever done for myself. I ran a lot of these last season and I never saw this. So first time for everything. Troll roll Lucian. Let's go on the redemption arc from here. We got another CBF Saracens. Let's see. Checking the inventory this time. Same skin, but brick. 38 enhanced damage, exactly what I was looking for, but on a brick. And so this would have been an 80 ED Saracens with Cannot Be Frozen. Would have been so sick to have. But here we're crafting some armors now, and I hit big on this one. 196 enhanced damage out of 200, along with 20 PDR and 70 life. If this hits through open sockets, that is tens of high runes right there. Good stuff, but oh no, another same skin brick. This one didn't survive either, and oh man, so sad to see that go. Would have been a huge upgrade for me too. Gone before I even knew ya. Alright, and one more for the boys. Here in Lucian, we've got a +3 assassin skill amulet with 21 all res, basically an Mares. That didn't survive either.
Here.
Yeah, moving on from those low lights, not gonna lie, that armor and those other potential upgrades definitely hurt. But my friends don't want to hear me complain at all because my drop luck has still been insane. The high runes drop rate for me has been really ridiculous. It's the luckiest I've ever started a season with for sure. Like going burr back to back maps and then getting 2 more jaws within a few hours. Like that's not normal, but I'll take it for sure. I haven't hit any big items yet, like big slams on big items, anything. I think the highest I've sold an item for so far was maybe 2 high runes, and only like maybe 1 or 2 of those being like even just like my old Reapers. But aside from that, the currency drops have been just crazy for me. So really fun to see that like mapping efficiently has gone well for me. Where previous seasons have been bossing, essentially running services for currency, which obviously very lucrative there as well, but a very different kind of setup. So been focusing on mapping. I've been running tier 0 bosses, so I can show some of the gear swaps I do for those. But if I eventually go to tier 2 bossing again, that'll be a different setup. Like taking Reaper's Toll into that is just not going to work. So going over some of the gear upgrades I've got, I hit this, I bought this Veil of Steel for 3 open sockets for 9 high runes. Pretty expensive, but this actually has a 90 enhanced damage base on it, so it's super nice. It will reach 210 enhanced damage once I get the actual 40 minus 15 jewels on it. Right now it's just got a bunch of temp jewels in it, but that's a really cool one. The skills on this apply, right? Adds to your Blade Fury damage. Enhanced damage obviously is huge. The 38 resist all on it is massive as well, and so really helps with gearing the rest of the character. We saw this CBF Saracens on there, don't need to go into that. But aside from the bricked armor, I was also able to craft this one too. And so this has a base of 160 enhanced damage before the jewels in it, only 7% PDR on it, but it had all resistances and then it slammed even more. So 44 all resistances is really crazy to have on a chest piece like this. So that altogether with the Veil of Steel as well means I don't have to run resistances on my boots anymore, and it makes it a lot more comfortable to run all these MF charms here and all the trap skillers that I'm filling out. So essentially the things that I'm going for right there. And then another thing to mention on this also, it has 178% enhanced defense. So even though it's only 7% physical damage reduced, the defense also helps to prevent a lot of hits as well. And so you can see with that, I'm at 57%. Without it, I would be at 72%. So you can say split the difference on that. If you had like a 300 or 400 or 500 defense armor instead, it would be a significant decrease to the benefits from the defense that you get. So another important piece to have there as well. So the last thing that I want to cover is also this Bolcathos set ring. So I actually completely forgot about this item, to be totally honest. I just happened to find one in a map, which is crazy because I don't even pick up set rings anymore. But it happened to be in my inventory at the end of a map run, and it happened to roll BK ring. And so because of that, I remembered that this item even exists. The enhanced damage, though, is incredible on it because so much more than min-max flat damage on here. This build really benefits, especially this Reaper's build, because you have so much weapon damage already that this adds a ton of damage to it. So that 28 enhanced damage on its own, incredible. But I forgot that they had actually buffed the PDR on it up to 8%, which is really great from a ring slot, something that you never were able to do before with this. So I forget exactly what it used to roll up to, maybe 6%, which was still really good too. But that 8%, if you look, my PDR, again, only 7% from the armor, 14% from the dungos, so really nice roll on that one there. But the 8% helps bump me up to 29%, which is just way more comfortable on maps where like amp damage on me won't just completely wipe me off the face of the map. So that definitely helps a lot. And I would say alongside the Wisp, probably the best combo of two rings that I can think of here. Better than the unique BK ring for sure. The plus skill from that can help for sure, but I think this one's just better all-around option there. So yeah, with this gear, I'm now reaching about 6 minutes on the smallest cistern tier 3 map, and then about 8 minutes on sanatoriums, and also thrones can be 6 to 8 minutes as well. So yeah, really fast mapping on this, which I'm really glad I was able to reach. Again, I wasn't really sure where this build was going to take me, but now we can see like up to 26k on the tooltip damage there. So yeah, pretty much got the upgrades that I'll be getting. Obviously the amulet I'm going to be changing around. 10 deadly strike soul drainers would be best to have here too, and so I'll go for those eventually. And maybe filling out my charms a little bit, like a FHR trap skiller here, because I've got this just as a placeholder along with these two FHR charms also, because I've got almost none on my build otherwise, and so those like minus FHR slams or maps really suck. I get into like werebear territory, like shapeshift druid territory of FHR frames, where you're just frozen there for multiple seconds. Feels awful, so I'll be trying to get around that. Otherwise, the other thing I kind of want to ask about, also get some opinions on this too, is crafting this season, because I've really not been picking up any bases in maps. Pretty much I've been skipping all bases just because, other than ethereal claws, because GMBs are just a bit bulky and I'm not into those, and I know that that's probably good to do, but aside from that, like ethereal two-handers, throws, like I just don't really see much reason to be crafting those any longer. The other things I'm crafting are just bought from vendors, like armors and amulets. And so yeah, I would love to hear the opinions down below if you guys have any thoughts on what is worth crafting this season versus not, because I used to be a craft everything kind of guy, and so right now it feels quite a bit different than that. So yeah, just curious what y'all think on that. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble about how my season's going so far. I hope you can tell I'm having a great time. I hope you are as well. I would love to hear about that in the comments down below as well. And if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.